Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right, Megan?
Yeah. Let me check. What? I don't know where I'm at.
Oh my God, my daughter's on the 3-hour line waiting to vote. I did mail in. The whole world is turned upside down, but we are here for Money Talk Tuesday. So thank you for joining me this week. And I hope everyone's having a good morning. So what are we talking about today, Megan?
This is always such a treat to be here. So thanks for having me. And today we're going to talk about leftovers. And you're like, wait a second. I'm hungry. No, I do love leftovers, but we're talking about leftover money. And you might be saying, well, hang on a second. I don't have any leftovers of that either. Well, actually you do. We just need to calculate what it's doing for you, where it's at, how much it is, those types of things.
All right, give me an example of leftover money that we may not really know we have.
So your leftover money is like your comfort zone is really what it is. Like everybody.
True. So true.
Yeah, your leftover is your comfort zone. And so while you have that comfort zone, you might as well make it work for you, right? So your comfort zone is, I'll go in, clients all over the place, right? Some of them, the minimum balance that their bank ever gets to is like $40,000 and they feel like they're scraping by. Some people, their minimum balance is like $1,200 and they're like, I'm good. It's nothing to do with fact. This is a fact. It has more to do with all of this gushy feeling stuff here. Okay.
It's so true, because I had a client once who had like $150,000 in the primary checking account, and monthly expenses were only about 15. And I'm like, what are you doing with all that money sitting in your checking account? And they were comfortable with, like, no, I need that as a cushion. And I'm like, oh, that's a big cushion to have. Like even 6 months worth of expenses, you will exceed that, right? So they had leftovers.
Right. And the reason that happens like that, especially for that type of particular client, is that if they can't see their forecast down the road for the next 6 months, 12 months, and see how that $150,000, like what's the lowest that your balance actually gets that you're projecting over the next 12 months, if that's what makes you the most comfortable. If you are relying on your income statement and balance sheet, and that 150 just looks so nice on the balance sheet, it's just so comforting. You don't know what it's actually doing for you, except that, it feels so nice. It looks so nice.
Yeah, it makes you feel comfortable, for sure.
It makes you feel comfortable. But if we can put that on like a forward forecast or a cash projection and say, okay, great. It looks like the lowest your balance is ever going to dip in under these scenarios, and the lowest it's going to be is $100,000. $100,000 is the leftovers. Now, that might be the answer of like, okay, I'm good with 100,000, but we do need to define naming. I can't get past how important naming is. Like naming, why $100,000, right? Is it because if everything goes to pot, all things go to hell, I think it's going to take me $100,000 in 12 months to climb back out and be okay? Does it? Let's do some calculations to make sure that maybe that number is 50,000 instead. Maybe it could be, but I want to know once you name it and you know why it's the comfort and you pinpoint it, then you're like, okay, all right, let's put it to work in ways that are going to benefit me and my family, me personally, whatever I built this business for in the first place. Maybe there's something in my business that I want to experiment and play with, and I just need that visibility to have that freedom to go have that fun and that creativity and curiosity.
Right. So it could be that you're wanting to, I'm just going to throw it out there, not that I'm suggesting this, but you might want to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads, or you want to hire a publicist to get you published in magazines, or things that you haven't been doing, and this money's sitting there that it could be used towards growing your business to the next level. But because you're stuck on that, I have to have $100,000 in this scenario, you can't use that money for anything that could actually make your income go up in the future.
Right. And maybe it turns out that when we go through it and like, why $100,000, and it turns out to be $100,000 for the particular, but we know the why behind it.
Right.
But we can also, while we're holding on to that 100,000, we can make it work for us. right? It doesn't have to just sit there in a checking account doing nothing.
So what could it be doing?
It could be like, maybe you're not getting the best interest rates now, but maybe you can go get 0.9%. It can be doing something for you. It could be like 100,000, 9%, that's, or 0.9%, that's $900 a year. That's not nothing.
Right.
You could be, if you have some debt and some high interest debt, maybe it is more beneficial to pay off that debt, and the savings that you're getting from the debt service payment and the interest can actually build that safety net back up way faster than you paying it off. And so the
Right.
long-term effect of using it to pay off debt, you're actually getting more security by having less cash.
Mhm.
You could, if you were not risk averse, you can go start investigating projects and options to do with that money. Like, if I hire a PR agent, I want to get a 10% return on my money in this amount of time. And so you can start investing it. Maybe the investment is like straight up money market, or you have somebody who's really good that can do investment for you, or maybe you want to play with it depending on your level of security and sense of risk.
Right.
But thinking of investment the same way that you would in the stock market, but thinking of investment in individual projects in your business, and watching the ROI on those things, and having the right team in place to help you with that is another way to grow that money safely while you are sitting on it.
I love what you say, whenever you say like make a decision, right? And this I find to be the biggest struggle, and was always for me as well. Now I'm much better at it, and I teach my clients to do the same, but there's still blind spots even for me. I think every business owner has blind spots. But making a decision, like you said, if you hire a publicist, I want to see a 10% return on my money by a certain date, is like such a smart way to present any type of investment of any kind whenever you're hiring somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like you're dazed out. Is there somebody commenting that I can't see?
No, I'm not dazed out. I'm just like, yes, the decision, the 10%, and I'm doing math in my head of,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that means if you have $100,000 now, you invest whatever that is in 30 days. Do you want that 10%? Do you want that $110,000 back then? I'm mathing.
You're mathing. Yeah, I don't math. That's what I have you for. But yeah, I totally get it. So if you're sitting, and it's the end of the year, right, or close to the end of the year, we're coming up on the end. So it's a good idea that if you have leftover money sitting somewhere, figure out what it is, how much you actually need, why you're sitting with it, and is there something better you could be doing with it? That's the bottom line.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You have leftovers. Everybody has leftovers. Unless you are running your bank account down to zero every week, you have leftovers. Let's name why. What we're going to do with it.
Right. Okay. So if you have leftovers, go check out why you have leftovers. Now's the time, but it could be going back to just learning your numbers and learning how to look at your own profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, and your QuickBooks. Don't bury your head in the sand. That's why we're here almost every Tuesday, so that we get you to take your head out of the sand, or other places you may have it, and look at your numbers. Because as the CEO of your business, that is one of your primary responsibilities, is to understand your numbers. So don't just rely on other people to do it for you. Okay. All right. If you need me, Business Coach Nancy, you need to figure out how to nail your sales closing conversations, market your business, attract your ideal client, reach out to me. And Megan, tell them how to get in touch with you when they need help with their numbers.
You want some super clarity on your numbers? Forget your financial statements and come make your forecast. I've got a new tool. It's at 3minuteforecast.com. And it's really slick. It's really slick.
3-minute forecast. I'm going to do it right now. .com. I didn't get it, so I did something wrong. So put the link in the comments for us.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. All right, everyone. We will see you next Tuesday. Go have a great day, remember, take at least 15 minutes a day to do some marketing for yourself. Don't just rely on your pipeline as it exists today. Make it happen for yourself. You're the only one who can do it. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.